Now that you've split your selection from the protein, reach out your right arm towards the selected molecule and grab it. Press and hold the grip button on your controller to grab, and move your hand to move the molecule and rotate it around.
Did it work? Did you try the click?
I don't know, you have to come touch it and it'll work. Towards your right hand towards your mother, right? Left towards left. Oh, wait.
Oh, make sure you hold your hand there when you hold it. It's not going. Let's see. Like this way.
Okay, so you have to.
Yeah, that's your hand. So that it's like a when your hand's closed is when you hit the side button.
When your hand fully closes, that's one.
Oh, you have to hit both?
In front of you is a list
Both
of the
sides?
20
Yeah,
common
so
amino
this
acids.
bottom part plus
While DNA is made of
Oh,
nucleic
not the
acids,
trigger plus the
proteins are made
both
from these
sides.
amino acids.
So there's two buttons.
DNA provides the instructions for life,
DNS right here.
while proteins
Well,
do
you
most
see
of
how
the work, acting
one
as
on the
structural
side,
pieces,
both sides?
motors,
Yeah.
carriers,
Two
and more.
buttons.
Proteins are found in cells, viruses, and anywhere else you find life.
Amy put you at the mutate menu and selected.
You can replace your current selection of a single amino acid residue if you select any of the amino acids in the menu. You can also go through the rotamer library to cycle through the possible conformations your residue may take. Aim your pointer at the mutate menu and select an amino acid by pulling on your trigger while hovering over an amino acid in the menu. Energy minimization simulations find the low energy states for your molecules. You can apply force fields onto your atoms by selecting the force field type from the menu and then clicking on Start Minimization. The universal force field is selected for you already. Run the simulation by pressing the Start Minimization button. The minimization will run on anything selected. Once you press the Start Minimization button, notice how the atoms update their position accordingly. If you grab the molecules and rearrange them, you can see how they interact with each other. Be careful though, if your molecules are too far apart, they may not interact with each other at all.
You get it yet?
Each force field gives us a different view for how these molecules may interact. Each one has its benefits and drawbacks, so you may want to explore how each force field produces
I'm
different
going to try to
results.
get it every time. You got to explain it to them.
The Ember force field is designed mainly for
You
biomolecules,
see what you did differently?
proteins,
There you go.
DNA,
So
RNA,
now you
carbohydrates, and more. The chemical force field works pretty well for organic-like molecules. The MMFF94 force field is not optimized for one use, such as simulating proteins or small molecules, but it tries to perform well under a wide variety of circumstances in organic chemistry calculations. One problem with traditional force fields is a limited set of elements and atom types. The universal force field, UFF, was developed to provide a set of rules and procedures for producing appropriate parameters across the entire periodic table. Any atoms, any bonds, you're only limited by your imagination with this force field. But be warned, this type of simulation will give you less accurate results than your other force fields. But it may come in handy if your other force fields are not running due to atom and bond configurations.
Oh.
Congratulations! You've completed the tutorial. Now it's time for you to explore the nanoscale world. We've included preset structures for you to load, but you can also import any structure you'd like from the RCHD protein databank. You're well on your way to becoming the future of nanoengineering. Welcome to Nano.
All the way back.
Energy minimization simulations find the low energy states for your molecules. You can apply force fields onto your atoms by selecting the force field type from the menu and then clicking on Start Minimization. The universal force field is selected for you already. Run the simulation by pressing the Start Minimization button. The minimization will run on anything selected. Once you press the Start Minimization button, notice how the atoms update their position accordingly.
You getting it, or are you
If
just
you grab the
confused?
molecules and rearrange them, you can see how they interact.
Oh no, you just want to go to next.
Be careful though, if your molecules are too... Congratulations! You've completed the tutorial. Now it's time for you to explore the nanoscale world. We've included preset structures for you to load, but you can also import any structure you'd like from our CSV protein databank. You're well on your way to becoming the future of nanoengineering. Welcome to Nanome.
Said we tried how many times?
Tools allow you to select parts of your structures, measure distances between atoms, or even build your own molecules. In front of you is the Advanced Selection menu. Point at the selection tool with your right hand and select it with your trigger. Notice how your right hand is now holding the selector tool.
You look at your hand.
Yeah.
Go to click the selector tool.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
I see it.
So that's your.
Atoms, range, molecules, and chains.
All right. So now you can go to next.
Your right hand now has the selection tool. This allows you to select different parts of the structure by reaching into the structure instead of selecting from the menu. Reach out your hand and pull the index finger trigger to select a chain on the protein structure. You can even hold the trigger while moving to select multiple structures. A purple highlight is shown when your selection tool intersects with the structure, while blue highlighted structures have already been selected. In front of you is your molecular browser. This displays the information for the substructures of your molecules. Selected structures are highlighted on the menu in green. You can also select substructures directly from the menu. Your selection tool has different modes of selection. It's currently in the residue selection mode. This means that as you move your hand through the structure, your tool will only select individual residues. A residue is an amino acid that has become part of the protein structure. Notice how each amino acid in front of you is the Modify menu. Point at Measure Tool with your right hand and select it with your trigger. Just like with the Selection tool, now your right hand is holding the Measure tool. In order to measure between 2 points, choose the first point with your tool, then pull your trigger.
We have one person
Then
watching.
choose your second. The Measure tool allows you to measure distances and angles in 3D space. In front of you is the molecular structure for caffeine.
Yay!
Notice how it has 4
Yay!
nitrogens, 2 oxygens,
So
and
excited.
8 carbons.
Yeah.
Let's measure the distance between the red oxygen atom and the gray carbon atom. To measure distance, you'll need to select each with your trigger button.
You get it?
Move your tool towards the red oxygen atom, and once the tip of your tool intersects with the atom, you should see the outline of a box around the atom. Pull your trigger to place your first measurement point onto the oxygen atom. The oxygen should now have a yellow outline around it, indicating that the first measurement point has been made. Now, move your tool towards the gray carbon atom. And once the tip of your tool intersects with this atom, you should see the outline of a box around it too.
You get it?
Pull your trigger to place your second measurement
Yeah, this
point
guy's annoying
onto
as
the
hell.
carbon atom.
So you're gonna click there,
The
click
carbon
the red
should
one,
now have a yellow outline around it, indicating
click with
that
the
the
trigger.
second measurement point has been made.
and then click the gray one
After
under it.
you create your 2 points, you should see a line connecting the 2 points with a number in the middle
Oh,
of
you
the
gotta
line.
click the second one too.
This number represents the distance
Right there.
between the 2 points
And
in
then click the
units
first
of
one.
angstroms, symbolized by the capital A with the circle on top. An angstrom is 10 billion times
You get
smaller
it?
than a meter.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also,
So on the
and
side,
notated
right
as
here,
10
it has
to the
add,
negative
delete.
10
Well, yeah, you can shuffle when you scroll through
10
the
angstroms
D-pad.
is equal to 1 nanometer. Try to get comfortable with the nanoscale by measuring. In front of you is the Modify menu.
Press on it.
The have Builder tools located on the Modify menu. Select the Builder tool by pulling your right hand trigger. Notice how your right hand is now holding the Builder tool.
Move atoms, change atoms, move atoms, place atoms.
Look at the caffeine molecule in the you notice anything different? One of the hydrogens that was bonded to the carbon is missing. Instead of replacing that hydrogen with another hydrogen, let's use the Builder tool to draw a new structure.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Look down at your right hand. You should notice an element label to the left of the tool that tells you which element you have selected. The tip of your Builder tool shows a preview of the atom that you are about to place. Reach over to the carbon atom on your caffeine. Take some time to get used to your tools by switching the modes of your tools and switching between your tools. To change tools, we use a shortcut that bypasses the menu system. Use your right thumb to hold down the top thumb button located next to your joystick or trackpad.
You got it?
Yep.
While you hold this button with your thumb, you can move around your hand to point at hexagons near your hand, representing the different tools you can use.
Are you gonna build, measure?
Point up to select the selection tool,
Select.
left and right for the builder and measurement tool, and down to return back to your regular hand. The middle finger grip button is always for grabbing and scaling, no matter what tool you're using, or if you're just using your hands.
Check.
Now that you're a pro, let's connect you with other nanomers to help you get your collaborative juices flowing. The free version of Nanome allows you to join or create any public room
Yeah, we have the Pro.
and share with other users through a round-robin leader swap.
They charge us $400.
The presenter will switch every 2 minutes between users to help encourage collaboration and
Yeah, can you
sharing.
pass this part?
Try grabbing the molecule.
Oh, never mind.
You'll notice that you can't grab it because you're not the
thanks.
presenter yet.
I was just saying the same thing.
When you're granted presenter mode, try moving
We're
the
in
molecule.
learning mode. Why would they do that to me?
When you're granted presenter mode, you can interact with the menu system, load molecules, use all the tools you learned how to use, and simulate your molecules using force fields. Congratulations! You've completed the Nanome tutorial series. There's more features coming to the Nanome, so stay tuned, and thanks for using Nanome. Have fun out there. See you in Nanome.
Did you more up there, Richard?
That's all you got, Richard? You did good. You flew through it.
I named people.
We didn't get to build anything, right? Did you build some stuff?
No, but I saved down a hemoglobin module.
Okay. What's next for him? He says nothing?
No, we have to wait. Well, I wonder how long it's gonna take.
What are we waiting for? Wait.
It says notice the difference between decimal and presenter mode.
Oh, that was the last tip?
Yeah, and we're 19 out of 19.
Okay. Want to look at your menu?
Yeah, we can either go back or skip. So if you want to restart or exit lobby.
Wait.
Or we
Challenge? Was that a challenge?
Restart challenge.
That was just a challenge what we just did?
Yeah. A tutorial.
Wow. I guess we'll just go to exit.
Exit.
We're going to try to load up some stuff.
Exit to lobby.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to make my next screen is trying to load up a database.